First thing you need to do is to break it down into steps. Okay, so the average player is 14 years old playing in a recreational league, and their goal is to play professional football, which is way up here. Now, you're not going to make that goal, you're not going to achieve it in one giant leap. It doesn't work like that. You have to map out the steps to get there so you can make this goal realistic. Now, let's look at an example. Let's say you're playing in a recreational league, a youth league. Okay? In order for you to get up to professional, you're going to have to do a lot of things on the way. So first you may want to make your high school team. Then you're going to make an academy team or development team. Then you want to try to make that college team or university team. Then you want to try to get into a semi-pro or a feeder team to the professional teams. Get on that reserve team. Then you can finally make that pro team. Okay, so again, different players are going to have different goals. Whatever your goals are, you need to break it down into steps. Now be realistic with yourself. Be real with yourself. If I want to play pro one day, or I want to get that college scholarship one day, but right now I'm not even the best player on my team, how am I going to get to a point where I'm going to play with the best players from all around the country? Okay, so you need to be real with yourself. If I want to achieve this, first I have to achieve this. So don't focus so much on this one right now. You want to focus on these smaller steps right now. Achieve those, and then the bigger goals will fall into place. So tip number one, break your goals, break your dreams down into realistic steps. Tip number two, and this is the biggest one if you want to make this happen, is to put yourself out there. Okay, too many players think that just because they're kind of good, that someone's going to come and magically find them and say, hey, here's a contract, I want you to play for Manchester United. It doesn't work like that, okay? If you want to become a great player, you want to get scouted, you want to make it to that higher level, you have to put yourself out there. So you need to start asking all of your connections. You need to start finding tryouts. Okay, you may know people right now, your coaches, other players' parents, your own parents, friends that you have. Someone can hook you up with a tryout. Okay, so you need to start asking, you need to start searching. Then you need to search your newspaper, search on the internet, search on any form of media, okay? There's different websites on the internet that you can sign up to, and they'll tell you all about tryouts in your area. But the main point I'm trying to get across here is you cannot wait for someone to come find you. You need to put yourself out there. You need to go searching for those opportunities. Okay, so go after those tryouts. The more you can get, the better. But they're not going to come for you. You have to go and find them. The last tip I'm going to give you today, and if you want a step-by-step process, a step-by-step formula to get more tryouts, to get yourself scouted, you need to pick up that Play Like a Pro formula. You can get that on my website. But today, the last tip that I'm going to give you is to hold your head high. Okay, whatever happens on that tryout day, whether you make it or not, you need to hold your head high and you need to learn from that experience. What happens to most players is they go to a tryout and the coach says, hey, you're a great player, but we're not going to take you today. What happens to that player? They crumble, they cry, they doubt themselves. They might even end up quitting. Okay, you cannot make that mistake. You need to learn that failure is part of the process. So if you want to get to success, the quickest way is to fail faster. And I know that sounds pretty crazy, but it's very true. Okay, the more you fail, the more you can learn, the more you'll gain from each experience, and the easier it will be for you to get success. So don't look at failure as a bad thing. If you get cut, if you don't make the team, that's not a bad thing. Yes, it's okay to feel frustrated and be angry in the moment, but you have to let that go. You have to grow because of it. Okay, if you hold on to that anger, you hold on to that resentment, you hold on to that self-doubt, you're not going to become better. You're just going to get frustrated, and you're probably going to end up quitting and stop chasing your dreams. Okay, but realize these challenges, these experiences are part of the process. So just because you didn't make it today doesn't mean you can't make it in the future, as long as you stick with it. You keep learning, you keep growing, you keep working hard, and you keep chasing that dream.